What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to some more Northern Valley. We're getting back into this game, and we're getting back into the buildy time-lapsey episodes, if those are words. But yes, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode, just because I think I needed a little bit of time to get back into City Skylines. I've been playing so much Planet Coaster, and the tool sets are completely different. It's really strange. I found myself trying to Control Z and Z to rotate in this game, even though you can't do that in most cases. Control Z actually works with some mods, mostly Move It. And this video, I've kind of discovered some different, uses for the Move It mod, but I'm still not utilizing that mod nearly as much as some of the other creators. I've been seeing people like Silverette and Flux using that mod and moving buildings and merging them into new buildings. It's crazy. I really need to start getting into that kind of stuff with that mod. But yeah, we're not there just quite yet. But yeah, this video, you've been watching me kind of tweak the fire helicopter depot that we placed down in the last episode. That episode was a little different, definitely a little different than the normal. But yeah, we're going back in and we're doing a little bit of tweaks. And some of the other things that we placed down in the last episode were, we still need to tweak those, but we just haven't gotten around to that just yet. But you're seeing me use the same rocks that we used over on that island near the main city, and I really just wanted to create this little bit of a buffer zone between the helicopter depot and just, the rest of the little area around here. And I love using these trees and these little tall, skinny, they are trees, not bushes, but I like using those with the mentality that maybe they're gonna absorb some of that wind, the wind that shears off the helicopter, and maybe prevent some of that wind from going into the residential area. So maybe just a little bit of a break for those folks over there that live in the condos. But yeah, that's pretty much all to say about that area. But we're going down, and as promised, we're gonna be kind of working on our college here. Well, not kind of. We are going to be working on our college and kind of linking this up with the school district that we have set out for the rest of the city here with this little plaza. And I really wanted to tie these in together a little bit, and it was a perfect opportunity because, like I said way long ago, it feels like, I wanted the high schoolers to be able to use some of the college facilities in terms of sports and stuff. So this whole area being right next to each other, it's a really good thing for, the community and the school district. But when I set out to make a college, I had something in mind. I always, when I think of colleges, I kind of think of a brick kind of building, older kind of feel. But then I found this building that's some sort of research center. And I also found these other buildings that are, something to do with college education. They look like dorms in a sense, but they're, I don't even know what they're called. They're these really skinny buildings, but apparently people go there to, learn and study in the game. So I figured, why not use that, couple that with the research center, and it really gives this area, or this college rather, a really modern and R&D kind of a learning college, but it's also a forerunner in technology research maybe. So you guys can think of or use that in your names that you suggest for the college, because we are going to need one. So I'm leaving that up to you guys. In the comments in this episode, I will be looking for some perfect name for this college. And of course, we'll go in and kind of take a look around toward the end of this episode to give you guys a better feel for what is happening. But yeah, I just used the stock vanilla college asset in this college, and I don't know, we may eventually go through and have a second college, maybe not downtown, but definitely in the maybe suburban type area, more inland, away from the bay. It might be something to do later on if we need another project, but there are so many projects that we still have to take on in this city. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, the rest of this time lapse is just kind of detailing the college out just a little bit. And like I said before, I'm still trying to get back into this game a little bit. I kind of had a feel for what I was doing, but at the same time, it was a lot of going through all of the assets that I had and just kind of seeing what would fit and just coming up with ideas as I went kind of thing. So a lot of this it's really a smaller campus, but that said, it is right like kind of in the middle of a downtown area. So I think it is like a perfect size for the area that we had to work with. So yeah, I don't know the capacity of this school, but I feel like it's probably okay. But like I said, if we ever need more, we can always start a second college. But yeah, this whole kind of campus, a lot of it's parking because I felt like we are going to have somewhat of a commuter base. Although that said, we should probably put some sort of public transportation in this area and maybe like a bus stop for the students or something. Maybe even a metro line down to the college. Now, I didn't go ahead and build around the college. Really, all I did in this episode was just build the campus out. And we're going to be going in toward the next episode and going through and maybe making somewhat of a college life area, maybe a college town, kind of in that transitional phase to like a suburban area in the city. So I think this will fill out the area very nicely. But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens when we get there. But yes, this time lapse is actually winding down. We'll go ahead and jump into the live portion. I'll show you guys what we did, and you guys can of course come up with that name that we so desperately need for this college. Alright guys, so here we are on campus, down in the unnamed college at this point. We need you guys to name this in the comments as we typically do. But yeah, this is pretty much the finished thing. A couple things that I guess I didn't end up showing in the time-lapse was the little, I guess, bushes with the lamppost things here out in front. Just to give this whole area a little bit more of a flavor than it had. I really like the use of these tiled cement tiles as just like a way to differentiate between like places where cars would drive and places where people should be walking. And that was used especially useful, wow, I hate when people say especially. No, that was especially useful over here on, well, underneath this building. So this is a really interesting building. Like I said, it is, I guess, the robotics, what is it? Let me get out of here. Yeah, the Robotics Institute building. So like I said, this college is definitely like a tech feel, a robotics kind of high-tech, like the college of the future. It's going to train people to eventually work at like NASA or something like that in the some sort of like rover program, maybe? I don't know. This could be like the pioneering college behind some sort of, I guess, equipment that goes up to other planets. Is something that we could, you know, I guess, roleplay and believe in. So, yes, these buildings here I talked a little bit about. I had said I forgot them, or what they were called. They're called the faculty buildings out of everything. I guess it's for, like, teachers or whatnot, but I really like that they're just here. They're kind of like dorms, so I guess we could think that maybe they are dorms. And I don't know, as I step back, it's not a huge college. Like, there are definitely not a ton of buildings here, but each of these has 800 student potential or capacity, and then of course this one's got the 4,500. And for whatever reason, these are all sorts of screwed up right now, like all these little thought bubbles here. Not sure what mod is causing that. Also, while I'm on the topics of mods, the extended info panel is what this whole like revamp of this toolbar is called, for those who asked me. I had a couple people ask me in the last episode what that was. That is the extended toolbar mod, and I'm not sure if that's in the mod list for this series. Like I said, I need to go through and clean that out. It's just such a daunting task, but I will get to that eventually. As you can see, we are preparing for the late night munchies from the college students by putting in a little bit of a Wendy's here. A little bit. No, this is by putting in a Wendy's. I don't know what I'm saying tonight. It's very strange, but yes, this is a Wendy's, and like I said, this kind of whole area out to this like other main road here is gonna be some sort of like small suburban, maybe some dorms. And as I come back with like fresh eyes, maybe we should put like one or two more like college buildings down here. So maybe we'll put another one over here and then maybe one down here, just to make this whole kind of 4-block area a college campus, I guess. But yeah, we're going to have some low density housing over here, maybe some higher density stuff just to make it seem like there are some really big dorms going on here. But yeah, you can tell that the prop anarchy mod is on permanently because every time I place down roads, I have to manually delete all of the trees, which is kind of annoying, but if I don't leave that on, sometimes things break in the save, so, you know. I did want to mention that I think you saw this in the time-lapse, but I didn't really talk about it. I was able to use the Move It mod to copy this whole, like, circular section of this path and bushes and bring it over here and rotate it and place it, and the path kind of connected up perfectly. Really, really awesome stuff. That Move It mod is so amazing. Whoever, like, had that, or whoever created that mod, if you're watching, massive props to you. I can't even imagine what it takes to make that. But yeah, that mod has definitely revolutionized City Skylines. Just the things that people are doing with that mod, it's insane. But yeah, we have the sports facility kind of going on over here. We have a nice little football or soccer field, whatever country you're from. And then, of course, track and field over here. We still need to do some sort of, like, baseball field, which I may end up doing over here. But I really enjoy how this kind of tied together here. And the mentality that this path being here is definitely going to allow... We actually do have students coming through here. That's really awesome. But, yeah, anybody from the high school, maybe after school, they'll go over here and practice track and field or whatever they want to do in terms of sporting events. But the one other thing, I guess, for this area that we didn't really talk about, but I really like that I did, is this kind of continuation of this road from down here over up to the other side under the bridge. I really like how this came out, and this was kind of just happenstance. Like, I was trying to do some terraforming around here, and I just thought to, like, smooth this out and just connect that road up. And I love that it's got the other bridge going over it. That's just, like, one of those little things in the downtown area that makes it look so, I guess, real. Like, you'll see these sometimes in just strange areas of downtowns. You'll see, like, not really a slum road, but just like a offshoot of a road that's not really populated ever, but it'll go right under this really busy road. And eventually this road right here is going to be quite busy, I'm thinking, because eventually over here we're going to have some of the sports area and, like, the college, or not the college, but, like, the pro sporting district area, I guess. That kind of stuff over there. And then we'll do some more stuff over there. Maybe like a tourism leisure area down there as well. It should be really nice. But like I said, moving forward, we're going to be, I guess, focusing on the rest of the college area. You guys are going to name this, and that should be that. But before we go, let's go ahead and come back over here to the helicopter depot and just kind of check out what we did. There's really not much to say about it. I think I said as much as I could have. I love the trees acting as windbreaks, and I think eventually we might be able to put, like, another condo, unfortunately placed here for whoever's living here is going to get, like, an earful of helicopter noise. But you know what, them's the breaks sometimes when you're looking for apartments, I guess. But yeah, there's really not much else to say around here. I guess this will kind of wrap up this episode. Guys, if you liked it, leave a thumbs up. If you disliked it, thumbs down, of course. It was definitely a shorter episode, but like I said, I'm getting back into this game after a quite extensive break. But we'll be back into the full length of what we have come to know for this series shortly. So guys, if you're excited for that, stay tuned, and I will see you back here in Northern Valley.